Good morning. I'm Monisa Cline here at the GBTA broadcast studio on the final day of convention here in beautiful San Diego. And joining me today is Mr. Kyle Mabry, who is the Vice President for Worldwide Sales at American Airlines. Kyle, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here, Monisa.
And it's great to be back together, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's been a great conference for that reason. Last year was a little bit light. And what we've seen is this year, so many are back.
Yes.
And the conversations have been really rich. And it's been about the business. It's been more about sort of how do we do the best that we can do and a little less about returning to business. Because let's face it, business travel is back.
Yes, it is. And I think the theme is perfect, right? Reconnect, reimagine, recreate. Like it's just spot on with where we are in the industry, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
So lots of buzz this week, lots of conversation around sustainability, DEI, obviously business trends and business, trends, business picking back, getting back to hopefully pre-pandemic.
Yes.
What has stood out the most to you this week at convention?
You know, one thing that stood out to me is the entire industry has a lot to be proud of. Clearly, we didn't waste any time during the pandemic, even while travel was down. It's very clear to me that in all segments of the travel industry, these teams have been busy because the customer experience is better now than it was before the pandemic. It's because of all the work that's been done. There were a lot of announcements during the course of the week, of course. And it all shows incredible progress. This business doesn't sit still. It keeps getting better.
Right.
For example, you might have seen American Airlines announce this week that we reached a deal with Boom Supersonic. And we basically set the terms to purchase 20 supersonic aircraft.
Wow.
We're already the largest airline in the world, but this will poise us because of that deal. It will poise us to be the largest operator of supersonic fleet of aircraft in the business. And so it all just keeps moving forward. But that's it's only one example though. Progress keeps happening.
Sure.
And it's an exciting industry to work in.
It sure is. Kyle, several airlines have announced, new programs, products, bespoke travel programs that make things easier for both the buyer and the traveler. What is American Airlines doing on that front?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It really is about making the experience for the buyer great. And one thing we have in common with the buyer is that we and they want to make things the best it can be for the traveler, the end user, if you will. American, and a lot of those announcements and a lot of the discussion at this conference has been about even small and medium-sized companies. We know that this conference is full of customers who are larger corporate accounts. At American Airlines, that part of the business is back about 75% of what it was in 2019. That's a very strong rebound. Mm-hmm. But interestingly, at American, we're more than 100% back when we look at all business travel. The reason for that is small and medium-sized businesses are back more than 100%. First of all, they never stopped traveling. And even as the pandemic has lifted, they've come back even stronger. And so that's why I say business is back 100%. We're a great airline for big corporations like you see here at GBTA. We're also a great airline for small and medium-sized companies. A big reason for that is they choose their airline partner based on network. We have absolutely the largest and best network for small and medium-sized companies that there is. In addition to that, they're looking for partnership with American and programs that benefit them, like the largest and best co-brand program for credit cards through Citi and Barclays that there is in the industry. So they choose us for those reasons, but they also choose us because we've got great programs that are designed specifically for business travel for any size company and any shape company, including Business Extra for small and medium-sized accounts, and then negotiated discounts like you see with a lot of companies that are here at GBTA. So the secret first is a great network, but then making sure that you add a lot of things that make the relationship really valuable and really rich for the traveler.
Excellent. Sustainability, hot topic.
Yeah.
Your CEO, Robert Isom, was here on main
was.
stage. He did a
Yes.
great job, and I really loved the connection that he had with the team. You know, he called out the team and recognized him, and you
I
guys
know.
gave him
He's a great
yeah.
CEO. He's a
Yes,
great leader.
Yes, and so I think that human element and that connection was clearly displayed there. And he also had a great conversation with Suzanne on main stage,
Yeah.
right? Talking about sustainability. So for those that may have missed that session, and for those that maybe weren't able to make the convention, can you kind of just recap the high-level points, all the things that you guys are doing on sustainability?
Yeah, how much time do you have? Now, this is an area where American Airlines is really, really committed to doing the right thing in sustainability and to lead the industry, and we've been doing just that. I think it was about this time last year, I'm pretty sure we had just announced that we had been invited to be a part of the Dow Jones Industrial Sustainability Index as the only domestic airline on it. Now this is an index of stocks that if you are someone who wants to buy a fund of companies that are really leaning forward into sustainability initiatives and leading the way, you can buy this fund. That's American Airlines. We're a part of that index, and it's because of the way that we've led when it comes to sustainability. Some of the things that we're doing, the most important thing we're doing, let's face it, as an airline, the most important thing that you can do is to have a young and efficient fleet, because every generation of aircraft provides efficiencies that are staggering. Every generation is kinder to the planet. And American Airlines endeavored to have the youngest fleet in the industry. We do now, by far. And look, there's a customer benefit, and every day that our customers get on board, they realize that we have a better customer experience because we have a more modern aircraft, more modern Wi-Fi, better everything. What they might not know is that that aircraft is kinder to the planet than any other aircraft fleet in the business. We believe wholeheartedly that a planet worth traveling is a planet worth protecting. And so that's why we've been so serious about a very, very expensive investment in new aircraft. But we're also, in last year, we were also the highest user of sustainable aviation fuels. Nobody used more, nobody used as much as we did, and so we've leaned way into SAF. And there are so many other things that we're doing, but American Airlines is taking this part of the business very, very seriously. It's not enough for us to do well. We've got to do well. We owe that to our stockholders. We can do that, and we can also do good. And one of the most important areas where we will do good is we will do the right thing by the environment and the planet. And I'm really, really proud of our team for doing just that.
Yeah, and you know, this is a topic that I really appreciated seeing everybody in the room, everybody around the table has a stake in this, and they're vested in this, right? Which is so wonderful to see everybody pulling together, because this is an area where we all can, regardless of what side of the business that you're in.
I agree with that. You know, it's funny because I've got no desire to compete on sustainability.
Right.
I think we can all
We're all in this
join
together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do want to lead because I feel like we're in a unique position to lead in that. But as we do, our industry is better if we're really focused on this. And so anyway, I am proud of the entire industry for everything that every player in it is doing to do the right thing.
Well, Kyle, it sounds like you guys are on a great track at American Airlines. Convention is in Dallas next year.
I know.
I'm sure you guys will be there in a big way, right?
We will. I can't wait to bring everybody to our town and show them just what Dallas, Texas is like. And for those who have never been there, you're in for a real treat.
That's great. Well, Kyle, thank you again. Always a pleasure to see you, and I'll see you next year, if not before, in Dallas.
The pleasure is mine, and we'll see you all in Dallas next year. Can't wait.
Monisa Cline here at the GBTA Broadcast Studio.